I tweet a lot. First off, that is the first step. Tweet, 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 tweet. People want to see somebody who is active. That's step one. Be active in your tweeting. Tweet, tweet. Don't be scared to tweet. And don't let the only tweets that be on there is your periscopes. Tweet about other things. Yes. Wow. Hello, Archbishop. How you doing? And then number 2, tweet other people. See, you retweet. I retweeted Dr. Will Speaks right there about his Periscope. I was interested in the fact. Hello, Mr. Archbishop. Hello from New Jersey. Yes. And so you want to retweet other people that are doing the same thing, that are doing inspiring things. You use Tweet Jukebox. Okay. You can also use, like he says, you can use other party tweets. Hello from Honolulu. Awesome. I know you're having a great day. It's nice and warm there, huh? Yes. So you want to first be tweeting. Second, you want to tweet other people. Third, you want to tweet relevant content. You always want to mix it up. Are you from Dallas? I was born in Dallas. How cool is that? Half of my family's still there. Hello, Blowhair. How are you? It's been a while. So glad you were able to join. Yes. Love it, love it, love it. Hello, C Scratch. How are you? So once you start tweeting, you just followed on Twitter. Awesome. I'm getting ready to show that, right? So I'm going to get ready to, they're going to be able to see you, that you followed me. Awesome, awesome. So first we want to tweet. Don't be scared to tweet. Tweet, tweet, tweet. You know, because each time you tweet, you're going to get a different audience because Twitter is in real time. So the ticker is constantly moving. So don't be afraid to tweet things over and over again because each time you tweet, judging on how many people's feeds and how many they have in their feed, your stuff will reach a different audience. You don't use Twitter a lot? Oh, you should. And I'm going to tell you why. You need to work on your Twitter. Been treating Twitter like a stepchild. Yes. Glad to watch Catch Me Live. Hey, Kiana, how you doing, love? I know. I've been scoping at nights. You know, I've been incognito. Hello, Sherwood. How are you? It is a pleasure. You usually follow scopers on Twitter too? Yes, that is a good thing too. You want to connect with them on Scope and you want to connect. You're thrilled to be here. Awesome. Great info. Streamflow leads the shortest time. Yes. You have to tweet often because if you don't tweet often, your stuff is lost like in a second. So you want to tweet often. Then you want to retweet people that have relevant content. That way you're sharing with your audience and then their audience will see you. So if you want to be introduced to somebody, the fastest way to introduce yourself is to retweet them because they're going to say, oh, who is this? I don't know this person. Let me check this person out. And then usually they'll be like, oh, thank you for the retweet. Then you have opened yourself up to the conversation. Open the door to conversation because conversation equals opportunities. Yes. So first, give the retweet. That shows that you were interested in their content. You like what they were saying. Then once they give you the thanks for the retweet, then you say, oh, well, you know, it's a pleasure. Been following your stuff for a long time. This, that, and the third. Open it up for the conversation, right? Yes. Next, you also tweet relevant content. Don't just tweet all of your stuff all the time. It's a good rule of thumb to maybe tweet 5 to 10 things of yours, of somebody else's, and then one of yours. The reason why is because it shows that you're well-rounded. It shows that you're not just about me, 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 me. You want your audience to know the full background of what is out there. You are showing that you are a sharer and you are a giver, as well as you may have a product. That's the most important thing. Share, share, share. Because it shows that you care about your audience and what they know about. And then if you're sharing, then they will come to you for the latest news, right? Verify your Twitter reach by using tweetreach.com. Yes, that's a good website. I also use, when you're trying to share good content and you're trying to figure it out, I use this. I use Clot.com. And it'll also show you where you stand in your Twitter. And actually right now, my Twitter is where I get most of my traffic, followed by my Facebook and then my Instagram. Yes, Clot.com. So this is where I know where I am. And right now I'm a 73. So that means that once you become a 70, you're in the top 10% of the tweeters. And your influence is in the top 10%. So you want to be 70 or above. 70 or above. Post that again about the tweet or something. Okay, so there it is right there, the Clot.com. And this is how you will tweet. Okay, so you can either schedule your tweet. Oh, tweetreach.com. Okay, that's what you're asking for. All right. Now, if you want relevant content, let's say you are a branding person. All of these people down here are the top experts in branding. You can then follow these people and, get relevant information and start conversations with them. You need to be, if you're in branding, you need to be talking to branding people. If you're a speaker, you need to be speaking to speakers. If you are a writer, you need to be speaking to other writers. So that's how that flows. So that shows you, and you can also do the view more, and you can see up to the top 10. So these are the top 10 experts on Twitter in that field. So you can follow them. Then you can go down the search and you can find different articles. So let's say you wanted to speak to people doing the same thing you do. Right. The reason why that is if you have a whole bunch of speakers, wouldn't you start an event? Isn't that somewhere where you can network? So if you were doing an event, you would network with a whole bunch of speakers and you already have your lineup right there, right? If you are a hairdresser and you are trying to network with other hairdressers, wouldn't you put on a hair show and have other people come in and make the event hotter and get your people out, get more people into your salon, right? Or into their salon, collaboration, right? So that's what you want to do. Yes, you want to network with other people. Okay, so Google unveils a new logo, right? So let's say I wanted to share that. So I click on the share button. I take Facebook off and I just do the Twitter. And so now I've shared relevant content with my audience that are about branding. So now all my branding people have perked up, right? And it does keep going. You could just click more content and more will come. But the point is that you have to share relevant content in your area. And you also want to be known as expert. So if you have a star by your name, you are in the top 1 to 2% in Twitter if you have a star by your name in that area. So, of course, that's social media, because I'm a lover of all things social media. And let's say I want to talk about Pandora. All right, so all my social media people are going to perk up because they know that Pandora is turning out something new. So now all of them are going to go into that area. And so you need to start posting relevant content that your people are going to know, and then they'll know to come to your Twitter page for the latest news. So that's how you get that done, right? Then let's go to lists. This is another thing. If your feed gets too busy, you can make what is called a list. All of these lists I'm subscribed to, right? Okay? And then I can click member of. I'm just getting here. Is this all this Twitter? Yes. So, and these are a member of. So these are all the lists that people have me in. They put me in these lists because my Periscope network, Dope Scopes, my Dope Scope family, branding experts, personal branding. So this is what I'm known for in the Twitter community. They loved my Periscopes, so they put me in Dope Scopers. They liked my branding content, so they put me in branding. And notice where the stuff falls, because at the end of the day, that is what people are seeing you for. So look at the list you're being put in. Don't ignore the list, because that is your audience telling you what they think about you. You're seeing this in Twitter or Clout. This is Twitter. If you see the little bird on my screen, this is Twitter. And it is in the list section. I'll go up. So right here, list, it should be your last number. Yes, you want to be added to lists. First of all, they may not follow you, but they add you to a list so that they can get all your content in one spot and it's not clogging up the feed. So when they want to get your content, they just go to that list and all your stuff is right there for them. So just because you're not getting followed does not mean that people are not following you. They are listing you. So a lot of people don't want a clogged up feed, but they want your information, so they will list you. Another thing is favorites. You know, you have that favorite button. You have the star, right? And you also have the retweet. Okay? Well, when people star you, that means that they keep your content. So everybody that I starred is right here. Okay? And so anytime I hit a star, I keep the tweets. They don't just go in my feed and go away. They are there so that I can read them later. So if I found something that was super, super interesting, but I know it would be all in my feed all the way down to Methuselah, then I will favor it, and then I will come and pull it up here, because 75 posts versus 41K posts, it's probably going to get lost in my 41K posts, but I can probably find it rather easily in my 75 posts. So that is the point of favoring. How many of y'all use favoring? How many of y'all use favoring? No, yes? Yes, no? Okay, well, I'm going to wait till... Here. You use favoring. Okay, Raphael, good. You do? You do? Not yet. Okay, no. No, you do. Okay, good. So that is what you're doing. You're basically making a collage of different tweets that you want to keep. Okay? Then, of course, you have your follow and your follow in. Once you get, wow, yeah, you favor a lot. Yes. So we now know how to use the list. We now know how to do the favorites. We now can go to our tweets, right? Okay, so these are the tweets that I shared from Clout. And see, they just flow right there. And then there's another one. So this one was a little bigger than this one. So most of the time you get the Clout link. But this one, it actually lets you use the actual Forbes one. Forbes probably pays extra money to show their own thing. Sharing love from favorites for all those that follow me. Exactly. A lot of people favor and share, and that's good too. Now, okay, so that's my Clout one today. We did a pass to cast. Okay. Yeah, it's a great way to connect. Take these connections offline as well. And that's my final tip for growing a following. Show yourself friendly. You know, if you know that there's somebody's in the area, meet with them. Call them on the phone. Take that collaboration to the next level. Social media is to be social. It's for you to gain followers, and then it's also for you to gain connections, collaborations, JV partners, the masterminders, mentors. All these things could be gained right there off of your Twitter. Now, I know all of y'all know this post right here, right? The thank you for the retweet. And that is from SomeAll.com. SomeAll is where you can put all of your posts together, and they will run and let you know who your biggest posts are from. It'll actually give you a back Facebook, what is it? A Throwback Thursday post as well. But for this purposes, it'll give you a thank you. It will actually thank all of your best retweeters for you each week. So that's something, and it's free. So if you want to go to SomeAll, you can definitely do that and set you up an account. And that way you can track your followers, you can track your mentions, you can track your reach so that you know what's going on. It's SomeAll. SomeAll. And that is a good place, and it's free, and you can go in and do that. It gives you a lot of analytics. Yes, SomeAll.com. Now, does anybody else have any questions about their Twitter? Yes, SomeAll.com. Yes. A sprinkle of targeted automation is good. Exactly. When I'm trying to automate, I use IFTTT and as well. And so if I want my Instagram to go to my Twitter and I want the actual pictures to show, I will use IFTTT. That way the pictures will show. And let me see if I can show you what that would look like. Hold on. Excuse me for the swirl. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is one of them. Okay. So, hold on. Okay. So, this is my IFTTT post. September, the best month of the year. Yes, because it's my birthday month. And notice I have the picture showing. Usually there is a link. If you share directly from Instagram, they just give you the link. Versus IFTTT will show you the whole picture. Yes, 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 yes. I have to have a little fun now too, right? So, yes, I made that little picture to make me happy. What can I say? And they will show the picture instead of the link. So you get more engagement. Notice that I had all these people follow me and like the picture because they like the picture and not the link. Your birthday too? Awesome. Awesome. And then here's another one. Is this you? Today I let go of all excuses for not improving my life. You know, how inspirational is that? So, as you can see, a lot of people thought it was inspirational, right? So, I got more engagement on this because they saw the picture versus the link. So, go to IFTTT and start linking your Twitter with photo, or your Instagram with photo to your Twitter to add more engagement. Pictures, quotes, music, videos, all of these things will add engagement to your Twitter because they love to see the interaction. They love to see what you're about. So if you're going to put a video up there about your company or your event, go ahead. People will actually click on it, you know, and then also put a link to your event because Twitter, how do we see the clock score next on your profile? Oh, okay. So this right here is the clock score. So if you do not have a clock score, then your profile will look like, yes, clock. Yes. Hold on, I don't think I have anybody that doesn't have a clock score on my thing. Well, the little box won't be there. That's the point. I guess it depends on where you want to be followed. Okay. Believe it or not, share cupcake pictures and recipes for high engagement. Yes. Yes, really. You like cupcake recipes? Did that work for you? You know, your audience, is there a Chrome plug-in to your clock? I'm not for sure. I think it just runs directly off of the website, and you just put in all of your different things. Your Klimt or your clock? Clock. Okay. So I'm making sure that I'm saying the right thing. It's an app and it is a website. And that is the two things that they're doing. They may have a plug-in. Yes, there's a plug-in for Mac, so there is a plug-in for Chrome. Okay. Yes, I know. Gotta go help my 12-year-old. Okay, thank you so much for following. Yes. So, does anybody have any questions about Twitter that I can answer for you? I'll go back up to the top so we can look at all the functions. And you always remember, I know a lot of y'all are using your Messenger and you're also using your notifications as well. Does anybody have any questions? What is my Twitter handle? My Twitter handle is Dr. A.D. Finch. Right there. That's me. Yes. Can you recap? Well, hello, Sade Wadu. How are you? Do you use anything like Hootsuite? I use Buffer more than Hootsuite because it doesn't have what I need on my Google. But, yes. You're wonderful, Sade. Awesome. Okay, so I'm basically just showing everybody how we tweet, right? How I got my following. So I told them about favorites. Are you using favorites, Sade? If you want to go back to a tweet that was really meaningful or had a lot of information, you favorite so that you could go into your section and look at it later. Hi, Ty Tyler. If you want to thin your reach down and how long did it take for you to build your following? I say about the first one took about 6 months. 6 months to a year. I think the first 6 months was the hardest and then it just blew up from there. So now it's like Gigantor, but I mean, it's not big, but it's big for me. And then if you're trying to thin out your timeline, but you want to keep your post, that's where you start using your lists. And you put the lists, you put people in the categories. And this is the one you subscribe to. And then this is who people put you in. Pay attention to this section, the one you are a member of, because this is people telling you what they think about you. So they think, I'm in marketing groups. I'm in periscoping groups. I hardly ever use Twitter, so I don't have many followers, so only get on there from time to time. But see, that's the point. That's the main point. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Your tweets are lost in a second. Each time you tweet, you get a different audience. So it's okay to tweet different times. It's okay to follow. It's okay to share. So the more active you are on Twitter, the more followers you're going to get. Because they want to know that you are the place that they could come to get information. You are the hub. If that makes sense on the level. Sade, are you still here? I can't make sure. Hey, Ty Tyler, is my My connection raggedy? Are y'all losing connection? Want to make sure. Okay. So make sure you're using your list. Make sure you're using your favorites. Make sure you're sharing quality content. About what though? Nobody pays attention to my Twitter page. You tweet about what you're doing, what others in your industry are doing, what your industry is talking about, people in your area. That way, it'll attract the people that's interested to your Twitter page. It's going to work, I promise you. That's what I did. I shared all the time. The more I shared, and then I would retweet people in the industry. People in the industry, I would retweet them, and then they'd be like, oh, thank you for the retweet. That's when I opened the door to the relationship. Share the people that you're interested in, and then build the connection. And that's what you'll tweet about. Tweet about what you're interested in. You're interested in music, so you'll tweet about music. Put up your favorite videos. Put up your favorite artists. Retweet your favorite artists. Then when they retweet you back, then you open up the door to, can we collaborate on this, that, and the third? You know, or I just really love your stuff. Show yourself genuine and approved. Show that you're well-rounded. Show that you care about other things besides yourself. All of these things will help you build your following because people will know you are the place to go. So that's what you tweet about. Yes, please do. Please do. I think you'll like it. I think you like it. That's why I'm at 41K tweets, because I share. I share from Clot. I share other people's posts. I share other people's tweeting posts. I share Periscope, right? Share, 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 share. That is the point. And when you start sharing, they'll know that you are the place to come. Sharing is caring. And sharing is social. So that's how I grew my following. Does anybody else have any questions? Did anybody, Periscope made me start using Twitter. Never really used it before. True. Periscope really opened up the doors for Twitter. And the ones that scope on a regular basis, their Twitter has really been blowing up. How are you? How are you? I saw your scope today. Great scope. But see, that is where you're going to really get all of your following, because you Periscope, they see what they're going to get. They're impressed with what they see. They like what they see. They resonate with you. Yes. And then they will come to your Twitter to get more information about you, right? To build that relationship, to start messaging you. Then you make the connection offline. Take the online offline. That's what you really want to do. Always take the online offline. That's the goal. To make and cultivate a true and lasting relationship. Yes. Very good. And I know y'all all do that, right? Y'all are taking your relationships online, offline, right? And you're sharing good content on your Twitter page. We do now. All right. You share good content on your page. You favor strong informational tweets that you can use later. You are tweeting, retweeting people that are influencing you. And then you're also sharing content that's in the area so that you are the Twitter page to be on. And then you're also, if you're a blogger, if you're a photographer, you are tweeting your favorite pictures. You're tweeting your favorite articles. You are directing them offline to your website so you can build an even bigger community. You want to build the relationship offline, whether it be your website, whether it be a phone call, whether it be an email. You're building the relationship that's online, offline. But is it really growing if your following is the same amount of people that you're following? Yes. Well, actually, they're not. They're a little different. The numbers are a little different, but because they're so close together. But yes, they grow. You don't have to follow everyone. You don't have to follow everyone. I follow the people that give me good content. Now, if they are, you have to be aware of the spammers. The nasty people that put nasty pictures on your page and all of that. Be aware of those. But when I see an account that has the same amount, it follows, it looks sketchy. Duly noted. Duly noted. A lot of people like to share and collaborate and like them to be close to the same, but not the same. See, mine are close to the same, but they're not the same. Right. It's close, but not. Make sure that you're not following, and it's kind of looked like an advertisement Twitter, not an actual person. That's true. And you'll be able to tell those because you can be able to tell them by the banners. You can tell them by the banners. And you can also tell by the content that they post. If it's just links, then you know that it's a scammer. If they give you some content, if they give you some meat before the link, because the whole point of Twitter is to put a link. But if they give you the meat, or they give you some quotes, if they give you some inspiration, then that's usually a person. A lot of scammers are not going to take that much time to give you any inspiration. They just want the link so that you can go buy whatever it is that they want you to buy, and then they move on. I hope that answered your question. Did that answer your question, Ruth? Yes? Are you still here? Okay. Well, I hope that answered your question. If you're not, it's still here. But thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me. I hope that this was helpful today. If it was helpful, just throw up some ones for me. And I am Dr. Akina Finch. I do education, motivation, and social media. Today was one of my social media shares today. But I look forward to seeing y'all on the next scope. Okay, I got a 1. Okay, I was starting to get scared a little bit. Thank you so much for the 1. I appreciate you. All right, till next scope. Bye.